So, Greg, we were talking just a little bit ago about your ugly Glock. Oh, the
Glock guys are going to be all...
Yeah, it's going to bother.
Those are the best looking guns.
And I happen to love Glocks. I'm a huge striker-fired gun fan. I mean, and used Glocks for 20 years. I've been shooting M&Ps recently just because they fit my hand a little better. But anyway, when I saw this thing, I said, okay, I got to get Cruz to talk about this. So tell us about what you did and why it's all weird.
Different. Why do we have to be weird? We're different, correct? All right, so the Glock guys, don't get upset. The only one I had to cut on. I don't have 10 guns to do R&D on. I have my own. What I wanted to do is I really wanted to add an aggressive cut on the top of the slide so I can really get a good purchase if I have to do a one-handed technique. I went with a really aggressive cut on the top of the slide into the rear of it. I didn't so much worry about the front for a couple of reasons. One, I haven't seen too much of a benefit to have it that far forward. And the reason why I say that is because when we work the fight game, when I start to work the gun from real far forward, I lose control of my muzzle. And that's played out over and over in the fight stuff that we've done. In the rear of the gun, I have a little bit more control of where my muzzle goes, and I'm still working some good solid one-handed techniques if I need to. So that was kind of where that evolved. I might put something on the top, I'm not sure yet, but if I did anything, it would probably be just a long length of skateboard tape. The side cuts, what I tried to do is on the radius edge of the slide, I wanted to again put an aggressive cut. So I just put a square notch deep cut in there so that I could get a good adhesion if I'm grabbing that or if I need to catch it on something. And then I just carried that over to the face of the slide on either right or left side. And I wanted a deep channel, enough so that I'm not compromising the integrity of the slide, but yet deep enough so that I'm getting as much purchase as I can with each additional edge. So,
Perfect.
that's what the side looks like.
And the top then has those serrations.
The top serrations are pretty deep and really aggressive. From all you speed shooting guys, I'm sure that lightens the slide up and gets it to move a little bit better.
That was not your reason.
That wasn't the goal, but if it was an added outcome. Sights, guys, look at the sights. I'm a huge fan. Try to do this without muzzling me, because I know you internet ninjas will give me hell for that. Warren Tactical rear sight with a fiber optic front sight. I've got some scarring on my eyes from some injuries, and I'm getting a little older, so the fiber optic picks up. And yes, you know what? If the fiber optic breaks, there's still a front sight there. In all my years of training, I've found the front sight, so it'll still work with the fiber optic out there. It just works better with the fiber in it. All right, so all you ninjas that say, well, the fiber optics will break. Yeah, all right, right on. I'm a firm believer of lights, so I've got the older model Surefire 200 tactical light on there. I've got the 200 on there because I've got 8 holsters that fit this gun now with the 200s instead of having to buy all new holsters for a new light. So it works, it's bright enough for what I need it for. I'm not crazy about all the features with the strobe and this, that, and the other thing. I want the light on or light off. That's my personal preference. And again, your training may dictate differently. So that's the Glock. The grip is factory with a bunch of skateboard tape around it because I just wanted to get that good purchase. Can I have it stippled and all that fanciness? I absolutely can, but I think for like $3.50 at the local skateboard shop, and it's always good to see those guys because they're a little wacky, so you have a good time when you're there. So skateboard tape. I'm running a magwell on it, and that's about it. And this gun was actually for my son, who was 14 at the time, and I wanted to give him a little bit of an advantage on getting used to getting the mag in and out of the gun. It hasn't come off just because I haven't taken it off, and I have no reason to. If I needed to, I'll take it off. But it's not on there for any other reasons than that. Other than that, it's plain Glock. There's no internal change. Whatever it came with from the factory is what's in there now. It's just got a lot of rounds through it. And that's about it. So, Glock 17. And why is it a Glock 17 and not anything else? Because this is the gun I wanted to cut on because it's square, and I figured it would lend me to a good platform to start with. I'm going to do an M&P next and one of my 1911s. And we'll see how it comes from there. And again, this is my first go around and we're going to cut it up some more and see what we can do.
Fantastic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head on into the range. We'll fire a couple mags, give people just a chance to see the slide in action. And there's
My duck.
This is
and you know who it's for.
This is Greg's duck, and there's a story behind that. You have to talk to Greg to find out all the details on it. Anyway, so we're going to head on into the range and pop a few caps and give you guys a chance to see the Glock in action. Let's get to it right now.
Come with us. All right, so back on the range now with the Glock. We're just going to run a few things through it. Again, just talk about why I did it and what benefits I have. It's really impromptu, so I don't have a mag pouch or any other high-speed cool gear. So I just want to load, insert mag, and now again, the serrations and the deep grooves allow me to really get a good purchase. So when I come over the top of that power stroke, my hand's actually dropping into those grooves. I'm getting a really good purchase. If for nothing else, that two-handed manipulation, it works really well. I've got good adhesion on the side and really deep grooves on the top to work on. So from there, everything else, I mean, is the same. The gun shoots the same. The slide moves. There's really no magic going on there. But let's say I have a stoppage. So I'm going to tap, and again, as I invert to get that good adhesion, I'm going to go flat with my palm and really get a lot more meat into the gun to work that clear. If for some reason I'm working strong hand only, and again, one of the things I like to preface with this, I may not be injured. I may have somebody in my hand. I may be holding my daughter. I may be pushing somebody down or moving somebody. I don't always have to go with I'm an injured scenario, one hand. So I'm going to work the slide off my forearm. I'm going to take those grooves and I'm going to slide it right in there tight. Work that slide. A lot of times we'll hear that let's move down to a body or a belt or a holster. Well, if I'm up close in my workspace, I can again just grab a body piece. Now I'm using my body piece. This may be somebody else's. You know for a fact that if I grab this and fire that slide, I'm going to fire one, I've induced a stoppage. I've held that slide so it's not going to function. So now from here I got to do my tap rack. Well, that might be right here in close. Tap, rack, come back out and engage. The serrations give me the ability to grab a lot more and not have to have my body or my equipment dictate my technique, where I can use whatever's available in order to make that work. So again, deep cuts on the top, all along the side, and angles on that radius. There it is, Frank and Glock.
So folks, as I mentioned, I've had surgery on my right arm, so I'm not supposed to be doing any kind of shooting with my right hand. So I'm going to do some offhanded shooting with my non-dominant hand. Because of my physical limitations, and we've talked about this before, I can't fully lock my wrist or my elbow, which means I may get a malfunction. So Greg just showed you shooting his gun, there was no issues with malfunctions. If we get a malfunction, that really has to do with my physical limitations with my left hand. But anyway, I just thought, since I got this gun here, I'm going to go ahead and put some rounds down range with it. So it feels good in my hand. One thing I know, again, because of my physical limitations, I'm going to have to get my index finger farther through the trigger guard to be able to get on the trigger. So that's just me. That's the gun. No problem whatsoever. And again, you saw the gun cycled. I was able to keep, the rounds within the same inch group down there. What this is all about, again, Greg has set up a mission specific or gun that will work really in any condition for him, being able to work any kind of manipulation with it. And again, we just saw it, and I was just fascinated by it. Gun shoots great, no problem. Greg shoots it great. Certainly appreciate Greg being up here, joining me and sharing some of his background and giving us a little bit of background with the gun. And I want to thank all of you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.